What's up, guys? It's your boy MattPack420 here, coming at you with a new one. And today, we're going to talk about Stephen A. Smith race baiting again. And, well, Kwame Brown clowning him, because my buddy sent me this video, and it kind of led me down the rabbit hole. Stephen A. is doing his bullshit again, where he's trying to race bait. We got this one from Outkick, and we got a few more articles here. And we're gonna tear into Stephen A. here, because I'll be honest, man, I'm getting tired of that fool. I actually used to really respect Stephen A. Smith, but he's compromised. He's sold out, okay? He does what Master ESPN says now. And, well, Kwame Brown gets into it. The only thing Stephen A. Smith is good at these days is talking and knowing big words, okay? He gets paid a lot of money to say big words and be a puppet for ESPN. But here we go. ESPN and their personalities are quite happy this week as they can focus on two topics and they enjoy the most: the NBA and perceived racism. Taking a short break from the latest LeBron versus Jordan verbal spar and grading how from 1 to 10 how clutch LeBron's shot was from last night. LeBron's a flopping little bitch, okay? Let's leave that there, okay? I don't give a fuck about no clutch shot. That fool was rolling around on the ground, grabbing his ankle, grabbing his head. Oh, like, fuck that fool. Stephen A. Smith opted to race bait and mislead the audience while discussing Tim Tebow's opportunity to play backup tight end in the NFL. Get ready. If I'm going to bring up white privilege when I brought up Steve Nash getting the job in Brooklyn, is this not an example of white privilege? Stephen A. asks. What brother do you know is getting this opportunity? A lot. There's a lot of people of all races and colors that get all kinds of opportunities they don't deserve. Let's be real. Tim Tebow was only on the Jacksonville Jaguars because Urban Meyer likes him and wants him there and thinks that he could be a good, veteran locker room, mind or whatever. So, Tim Tebow's a nice guy. Is he a good quarterback? Not really. Could he be a good tight end? I don't know. And back when he was playing, in Denver all those years ago, I said he should play a different position. Tight end, running back, I don't know. But not quarterback. Which sport are you talking about, Stephen A.? The NFL, whose players are roughly 70% black, or the NBA, whose league where 81.7% of the players are people of color? Just wondering which one is proving more white privilege. Stephen A.'s own employer continues to pay Bomani Jones, who is black, over $1 million a year. The guy failed on TV in 2 different time slots and drew the worst radio ratings on record. That is true. Bomani Jones is terrible. Alright, he was on Highly Questionable with Dan Libtard. The only good thing about that show was Poppy. Okay, everything else about that show was garbage. Dan Libtard is a libtard. And Bomani Jones just trying to do the same, woke shtick. It's boring. Tired of it. Ain't nobody watching that shit. Yeah, so here's a video. I'm gonna play and react to this a little bit, and I'll link this. This is ridiculous. Unfortunately, when you archive this, you can't watch the video. But to save you the misery of all this fucking bullshit, I'll do the video and react to it.
At just the totality of the situation. Once again, if I'm going to bring up white privilege when I brought up Steve Nash getting the job in Brooklyn.
There's a guy named Isaiah Thomas that had this happen to him. Okay, just like Steve Nash. He became a head coach, had no business being a head coach. And what did he do? He ran the Knicks straight into the ground. Yo, Knicks, Stephen A. I'll bet you're salty about that one still. But that is just one example of a motherfucker who got a job but didn't deserve it. And he happened to be black. But, name the league, name the team. They're all over the place, man. There's all kinds of dudes on all kinds of rosters that are getting paid or just don't deserve to be there. Matter of fact, the NBA has a cap bottom, okay? They have to spend a certain amount of money in order to act like they ain't tanking, but they tanking, okay? So they're going to overpay for certain guys just so they actually hit the bottom. But continue, motherfucker.
What brother is getting this opportunity? Now, that makes people uncomfortable because we're talking about race.
No, that makes people uncomfortable because you're about to say something stupid.
It is white privilege because that's not something that's happening for any brothers out there. You've never played the position. You've been retired from the game for years. When you did play, you were a quarterback on the NFL level.
Hold on here. There are plenty of examples of guys switching positions. Okay, George Blanda is actually a really good example. The motherfucker was a quarterback, a kicker, and a punter. I believe he played in 3 different decades. I think it was in the 40s, 50s, and the 60s. The guy had a very long career and is in the Hall of Fame. Okay, I believe Adam Jones, that wide receiver who became a running back for the Packers because they didn't have any running backs because Eddie Lacy got fat. He switched positions. That's just off the top of my head. I'm pretty sure I could pull some up, but I'm pretty sure there's plenty of players that have switched positions. Now this is a little different here, being out of the NFL and being out of the league for so long. But Urban Meyer was Tim Tebow's coach back in Florida. Urban Meyer's now the coach of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Just saying, this is more about a friend doing a friend a favor and probably thinking that, hey, this kid has a really smart mind and knows my system back and forth. Why not bring him in? And I got a young quarterback, but whatever. It's white privilege.
Which you were not that good at. You had an opportunity when you were an active participant as an NFL player to participate and play tight end, play special teams and stuff like that, but you wanted to be a quarterback.
Stephen A., you only salty that he did this to your Steelers 10 years ago.
First snap of the overtime. The Broncos have been in 3 overtime games this year. They won them all. Got him at the 40. It's Thomas at the 50. Stiffer got him free to the 30, to the 20. Thomas to the 10. Denver's going on to New England. They win it on the first play of overtime.
Yeah, talk shit about that motherfucker all you want. He still beat your Steelers in the first play in overtime. And it was actually a really good pass. I mean, it was slant, boom, straight, son. He beat y'all clean. And you mad about that. Continue, motherfucker.
And now here you are in this position. Why do I bring that up? That's not to point the finger at Tim Tebow. It's to remind everybody is that this opportunity doesn't happen if Urban Meyer is not the coach of the Jacksonville Jaguars.
I said that. It's not white privilege. It's because Urban Meyer is the head coach of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Sometimes you just got to know people. And if you know people, you get opportunities.
Jacksonville Jaguars were 1-15 last year. They absolutely stunk. As far as I'm concerned, you could have gotten an equipment manager to play for that squad as bad as they looked, okay? They didn't think about calling Tim Tebow then. They didn't think about calling Tim Tebow the year before that when they were having their problems. But all of a sudden, Urban Meyer comes there. And as a result, Tim Tebow gets an opportunity, to get a job with the Jacksonville Jaguars. He got that job because of the relationships. And as I've stated on...
Yes! You just said yourself. He got this job because of relationships. But then you're also saying because of white privilege? Which is it, Stephen A.? See, this is my problem with him, okay? He doesn't actually believe that Tim Tebow's getting the job is white privilege, okay? He's just saying that to get attention, to stir the pot, to get ratings on ESPN because their ratings are terrible. So he comes out and says it's white privilege. But just like a news article, the headline's one thing, but once you get 2 or 3/3 down the way, you actually get his actual opinion, okay? He's telling you right here, the reason Tim Tebow is getting a job with the Jacksonville Jaguars is because Urban Meyer is a head coach and he has a relationship with him. Alright, so I want to get into this one because this shit made me laugh, okay? This is Kwame Brown. If you remember Stephen A. back in the day, he would always rag on Kwame Brown as if he was some kind of pathetic loser scrub, okay? And was he the next coming of Michael Jordan? No, okay? He was just some kid that got drafted in the league. He worked hard, and he brings that up in this video. But he worked hard, and you had motherfuckers like Stephen A. clowning him, making fun of him. I remember that. Hell, I laughed at it too because I thought it was funny. Because someone was funny, but I look back at it now and I'm thinking, man, I feel bad for this kid because he was a kid. Okay, he was a kid, and he still lived his dream, man. he played a damn children's game for money under Michael Jordan and with Kobe Bryant. Okay, the guy, even though they clowned on him, he still was in the league for 12 years. A lot of guys don't last maybe 4 or 5 years, But we'll see what Kwame Brown clowning Stephen A. This got me going here. This is great, and he speaks a lot of truth here. So take it away, Kwame.
Something that you didn't know. Why speak on it as if now you can believe it and now you can soften your stance? Maybe it's other things you don't know. So why not invite me for the conversation? That's what I don't understand. It seems to still be everybody still with the go along, get along game because everybody know in this game that we in, it's all politics, and there's certain people you don't want to upset, certain interviews you don't want to miss out on. So most people don't push the line. They become friends with these people, and that's all they do. Uh, Stephen A., you built a career off of me. A 17, 18-year-old kid. You think you walk around like you some big tough man. You was going to college campuses speaking about a teenage kid. And your only talent is knowing a bunch of big words and talking disrespectful to children, to teenagers. I was so happy when Kevin Durant mama, shout out to Kevin Durant mama, when she wanted to, it looked like she wanted to whoop your ass like my mama would have whooped your motherfucking ass.
That's right. You know, I remember for the first time I ever heard of Stephen A. Smith was during that Kwame Brown stuff, right? I mean, the man literally made. I mean, he made a career off of him. He did. You drafted Kwame Brown. You Kwame Brown. Kwame Brown. And then of course he spoke. You know, he has big words like motherfucker's a fucking thesaurus walking around. You know, ooh, you know, big words. Whoop de doo. You sound smart, but you ain't smart. You motherfucking tool.
I had to tell my mom, you ain't going up there, because my mom wasn't going to be as nice as her. But Kevin Durant mama looked like she wanted to slap your ass with her purse. You talking about these people mama's son, boy. Fuck wrong with y'all. Y'all get on here and niggas work their whole life for some niggas with a bad tape line and a bad attitude and a bunch of talking can sit there and label people something. You punk motherfucker. You used to play basketball, Stephen A.? My motherfucking career was better than yours. You good at talking. The only thing you could beat me at is a spelling bee. Learning big words. And you might can't beat me at that.
God damn. That's right. Yeah, you used to play basketball, now all you do is talk. All you do is talk for a living. You get paid a lot of money, though. You get paid a lot of money to talk, Stephen A. This fool got paid to actually play. You get paid to talk. Alright, I'll link the rest of that video in the description there because it's actually pretty good. Very vulgar and very edgy and very hilarious and very true. But that was particularly about Stephen A. But he goes on about a few other people, Shannon Sharp and Skip Bayless. But further on in the video, he gets even more stupid. When George Floyd ultimately was murdered by Derek Chauvin, the cop, and you saw people rioting and protesting in the streets, it wasn't just about him, it was about the symbolism of what transpired. What the fuck are you talking about? See, that's, he's just making sure he says some stupid quote so that can link back to his show at the end of the day so that he can get ratings. That's what this is all about, okay? ESPN, Disney altogether, but ESPN, particularly here, they're floundering. They don't have any subs to their subscription service. They don't have any cable views. They don't have any tracks on their website. They don't have anybody watching their games. That's the most important part, okay? No one's watching the NBA, and they pay a lot of money for those rights, and no one is watching those fucking games because they're tired of this shit. Okay, they're tired of assheads like Max Kellerman. They're tired of fucking losers like Stephen A. Smith here, who are getting paid a lot of money to say a bunch of stupid fucking shit. And it's not coming back the way they think it'll come back. If you say enough stupid shit, maybe we'll get enough attention. No! They're getting all the wrong attention. Yeah, I'm talking about it in a fucking video on fucking YouTube or Odyssey or wherever you're watching it. Thanks for watching the video, by the way. But you're not going to ESPN to watch this shit. It's not transpiring into ratings. It's not transpiring into subscriptions. It's not. They keep cutting more and more of their talent. Woke-ass Kenny Mayne was asked to take a 60% pay cut. And it doesn't matter how woke you are, they just can't afford these motherfuckers. ESPN is starting to slowly but surely gut their more expensive personalities. Okay? And right now, Stephen A. is the only guy that gets them any kind of sort of rating. But as ratings keep continuing to drop, he's going to be on the chopping block next. Okay? They're going to have to get rid of all these people. Max Kellerman, Stephen A. Smith. They're all going to be gone eventually. Okay? Now, they're paying Stephen A. a lot of money, and that buyout's probably really expensive right now, so it's probably cheaper right now just to continue to pay him. But I'm pretty sure there's a point where that buyout is a lot cheaper than the headache, and they're gonna start cutting more costs. You know, they're just gonna keep doing it. It's not gonna stop. They're not doing great. Okay, the streaming wars are on, and ESPN doesn't really have any foothold. See, they're around because of Disney. Okay, but there are rumors that Disney has been trying to offload ESPN. Okay, they don't want to deal with ESPN. They don't need it. It's a vestigial network. Okay, Disney is going all in on Disney Plus. Now you get ESPN Plus and Hulu if you like bundle them all together, but very few people have actually bundled the three services. Most people either have Hulu, Disney Plus, but they don't have all three. Okay, they may have the two, but they don't have all three. And truthfully, you're probably going to end up having sports networks do deals with streaming services like Hulu, and they actually already do. You can actually already watch the streamed football games on Hulu if you pay for those TV packages on Hulu. It's like $40 or whatever, but that's going to end up being the future. The NFL, the NBA, they're going to have all their games streamed on the internet, and ESPN doesn't have any kind of streaming, foothold, so the days are numbered for ESPN, unfortunately. Like maybe 5 years, 7 years, who knows, but 10 years, 20 years, I don't know. But things are changing rapidly in the media. So they're going to sit here and pretend to be woke. They're going to sit here and say whatever they need to say to try and get ratings. And it doesn't work, okay? Stephen A. is a race-baiting sellout shill who doesn't believe half the shit that comes out of his mouth. Anyway, that's all I got for you guys today. If you like what you see, like what you hear, like, share, subscribe. Let me know what you think in the comment section. I'm on Gab, Minds, Twitter. Follow me on social media, guys. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Deuces.